Book 3, Chapter 8, Sunshine. Monday morning. We are eager to arrive at the school bench. Finnan, we had such a great time on Friday. Thank you, Limerick says. It was fun because you were all there, I announce, feeling very much at peace, knowing we all had made new memories together. Baxter is later than usual today. We watch as he enters the schoolyard. His steps are slow. He doesn't look very happy, Limerick whispers. We all shuffle over to give him room at the end of the bench. Hello, Baxter, Charles says in a cheerful voice. Morning, everyone. He looks distraught, withdrawn. Is everything okay? I ask. Finnan, he replies, and then he looks at Charles and Limerick. My dad is moving today. Charles and Limerick, just catching up to the conversation, extend their heartfelt sadness towards him. Oh, we are sorry to hear that, Charles says. Is he moving very far away? No, he will still be in the community, but about 20 minutes away by car. We sit quietly. I hear my heart voice say, now is the time for the gift you want to share. I freeze up. I'm almost terrified because I am searching my mind for any comforting words. They just aren't there. Listen to your heart, then speak the words, I hear in the whisper. I sit in silence and listen. I listen really hard. There isn't anything. I take a deep breath and I listen again. I know the answers are in the silence. I start to speak, but I truly didn't know. Everyone takes notice. They look towards me, and all of a sudden, the words are there. I want you to know how important you all are to me. I also want you to know that you are my best friends, along with Hemingway and Sky Charles, and I do believe you are part of my family. My heart is racing. I feel sort of stupid for sharing such mushy words, until I see the look upon their faces. Oh, Finnan, we feel the same way about you, Limerick says in her gentle Irish accent. Charles looks at me and says, Finnan, I am sure that took courage to share. Thank you for the gift. Gift? I whisper, knowing it was meant to be a gift, but not thinking they would see it as a gift. Yes, Finn, a gift, he says as he points outward to the playground. He adds, how many others are sharing such kindness today? I shrug my shoulders and say, I don't know. Exactly, Charles continues. We don't know how many people share words of kindness to others, but it shows when the words are not kind. Baxter looks at everyone and says, I know I am new to your group, but I always thought of you as the cool kids. Cool kids? I never considered myself cool. In fact, I would say the three of us are not very cool at all. I didn't think you guys would like me. I'm not cool at all. We think you're very cool, I say as I nudge him with my elbow. I have something I want to share with you, Baxter. You know Yellow Italy? The one on the map at the front of the classroom? Baxter replies. Yes, that Yellow Italy. I've been staring at Yellow Italy for 2 years, and when you mentioned it, I just knew there was something cool about you. Baxter smiles. I've been staring at Yellow Italy since grade 5. In fact, sometimes it's the only thing I see when I'm looking at the map. Me too, I reply, knowing there's something great beyond the map. Yellow Italy? Charles and Limerick question together. I have never really noticed, Charles says, looking to Limerick for guidance. I've never noticed it either, she says. In fact, all I see is Ireland. It's green. We all laugh. noticing how different we all are. I think we're laughing because we never thought of ourselves as cool. Others did. Isn't it interesting how other people see us differently than we see ourselves? I guess that's why we should look within for our answers. The bell rings and we slowly get off the bench. Soon it will be too cold to sit out here, Charles says. We all agree as we pick up our pace in the crisp air. Morning, everyone, Mr. Willis bellows. It's a chilly morning. Did everyone do the good deed homework I assigned last week? We all put up our hands. He points to the quiet girl who had the suggestion to sit and listen to others. Did you think of something that the class can do? She is shy, timid. She really doesn't stand out in the group, but she is kind and thoughtful, so she is also easy to notice. I thought, she replies, stuttering on her words, I thought, what if we could go to the senior citizens' home and listen to their stories? Maybe we could sort of interview each person and ask questions about their childhood and what life was like 70, 80 years ago. Then I thought, what if we made a video of each conversation, sort of like something you would see on television, and then they could give the video to their friends and family as gifts. The classroom falls silent. Mr. Willis gazes upon the quiet girl and his face is so soft-looking. It is as if he's had a miracle placed on his lap. What a brilliant idea, Linda. I look over at Linda and she has a content look on her face. It isn't excitement. It is knowing how such a thing can greatly benefit others. It is very clear she spoke from her heart. Ideas begin to flow around the room, but we keep going back to Linda's idea. Does everyone agree that Linda's idea is best suited for what we have in mind about listening and sharing? The class agrees, hands down. Mr. Willis gets out a fresh piece of chalk. There is also a whiteboard, but I think he likes the chalk. He writes at the top of the board, the gift of listening. Okay, everyone, let's make a plan for this day. Let's call it the listening event of the year. Let's write out the questions we will ask. Who is going to video? Who is going to interview? Everyone points to Charles. Charles can be the interviewer, someone says. Charles smiles because he knows to become a famous author, he will need the practice. I will contact the local senior citizens' home and ask if they will allow us to have our event of goodwill. Let's pretend we are interviewing for television. What would the viewers want to know? What questions would interest the viewers? What would be the most interesting questions we could find answers to? He holds a long piece of chalk in his hand, waiting for suggestions. We could ask how old they are. Okay, and he writes, how old are you? We could ask what it was like to be a child back then. Great, and he writes that on the board. We could ask about their greatest life moment or their best achievements. Or we could ask about their family and if they had animals and what their pets' names were. We could ask about favorite colors or what they would like to share about themselves that nobody else knows about. Have you ever kept a secret? One person yells out. It is an unusual question, but a good one. What was the greatest invention since you were born? What is your favorite food? What was a popular food when you were a kid? Questions pour out on top of questions until once again the board is full with great ideas. Our class has a knack for helping our community in great ways. The class is very excited about our new project. It will take some organizing, though, before we can interview.